The Apple Watch is the new gadget in town right now as Apple finally enters the smartwatch race. Coming in with 3 versions, the Apple Watch has a variety of looks and sizes to suit everyone. Starting at $499 Australian or $349 US, ranging up to 24,000 Australian or 17,000 US, the Apple Watch has a range of options. The Apple Watch Sport as an entry-level device features the aluminium case, Ion X glass and a composite backing. Middle ground is the Apple Watch, which features a stainless steel case, sapphire crystal display and ceramic backing. As a premium option is the Apple Watch Edition. It comes in an 18-karat gold case, sapphire crystal display and a ceramic backing also. All versions come in either a 38 or 42mm display size and all house the same internals, with the likely exception of a larger battery being present in the 42mm option. However, this is not yet conclusively known. Looking at the watch, it's classy, sporty and a little bit nerdy. The Apple Watch certainly has a different look in comparison to the renderings on the Apple website, so much so that I actually changed the option I decided to buy. I had picked out the Apple Watch Sport with the blue fluoroelastomer sport band, but seeing the watch in person decided on the Apple Watch stainless steel version with the classic leather loop band. I changed my mind for a few reasons. One was the general look of the watch. The stainless steel just seemed to pop much more. I also preferred the option of the sapphire crystal display to avoid scratching. I was very undecided about the sport band and the Milanese loop as well as the classic buckle, but chose the classic buckle based on comfort over the sport band, and I preferred the look than the Milanese loop. Now, I've been using the Apple Watch for 1 week now and almost everything I have to say about it is positive. It acts as a great companion device, being able to quickly check, respond and moreover ignore notifications. The watch offers quick and easy ways to check your calendar, weeks of events, read and respond to emails, text messages and take phone calls, which is particularly useful while driving. When on a phone call, the watch worked perfectly for me, with the other person being able to hear me clearly with my arm outstretched on the steering wheel. The only thing I wish I was able to do was make the watch a little bit louder. However, I do have a loud car and the window was slightly down, but I still managed fine. Looking at the customization, all Apple Watch bands are interchangeable, as well as some third-party bands that are now coming out. The faces on the watch are quite extensive and there are millions of combinations available. However, there weren't quite as many face options as I was expecting. Nonetheless, I'm sure more will come out slowly over time. Getting to the customization part of the faces is done by force touching the screen, which is just a hard press. Force touch is used in a variety of apps to give you more options and menus. I suggest trying it in all apps and you'll probably find things that you didn't know were even there. Swiping up on the watch face brings up glances. These are quick short widgets sort of things that give you basic information. These include weather, the calendar, your daily activity, battery status, heart rate, music player and the basic settings for the watch. Here you can turn on airplane mode, do not disturb, or put the watch on silent. Now, something to note is that putting your phone on silent doesn't put the watch on silent and vice versa. However, putting your phone or watch on do not disturb mode does carry across to the other device, and you can set your watch to mimic your phone's do not disturb scheduled setting. Now, apps have the ability to be added to glances as well, but I wasn't able to fully test this as a majority of apps don't yet provide support. Instagram does allow a quick preview of your feed, and tapping on any glances will boot you into the full app. You can change what appears in glances from the Apple Watch iPhone app, and you can sort the linear order that they show up, customizing your watch to be better suit how you'll use it. Swiping down on the watch face brings up notifications. A small red dot at the top of the watch face does indicate when there are any unread notifications. Tapping on a notification brings it up larger, while swiping left brings up a clear option to dismiss that notification. You can clear all notifications at once by force touching the display, which gives you an option to clear all. What notifications you receive on the watch can again be managed in the app on the iPhone. These can be set to mirror your notification settings on your phone, or you can customize them to be different. The side button of the watch, no matter where you are, brings up your favorite contacts from your phone so you can quickly call or message them, tapping on the small icons in the lower corners to boot into the respective app. Holding this button allows you to turn off the watch and to power reserve mode or lock the watch, which means it requires a passcode to be used or unlocked. Pushing the digital crown acts as a sort of home button on the watch, bringing you to your app screen. You can scroll around using your finger and launch an app simply by tapping on it. Tapping and holding on this screen allows you to rearrange your apps much like on the iPhone. This can also be done on the app in the iPhone if you have difficulty using the smaller screen. The digital crown also acts as a scroll wheel in most apps, so you can easily scroll through an email without covering the screen. Double pressing the digital crown will jump you back to your last open app. All in all, the watch works exceptionally well for me. Whenever something comes up, I feel like the haptic engine lightly tap on my wrist and I can glance down and see if it's a notification or something of importance. If not, I can simply dismiss it by covering the watch with my palm. It's really made me notice just how many pointless notifications I get and can turn off. The Apple Watch app on the iPhone has a large array of settings and you can change from how forceful the haptic engine is, how loud the watch is, all its notification settings and what apps appear on the watch. This was something that had me a bit confused at the start when an app suddenly disappeared and I had to actually go into the app and tell it to show up on the Apple Watch. The stuff you can do on the Apple Watch is a little bit limited and can be painful, but the watch is definitely designed to be a companion device to your phone, allowing you to personally get your notifications without disturbing anyone else. The only small downsides that I have with the Apple Watch are the battery and the stainless steel finish of the version I got. The battery does last at least a full day, usually from 9 AM to midnight with a fair bit of use. I have managed to have it last me 2 days, but I did have to put the watch in power saving mode at the end of day 2. However, charging is very simple with the magnetic adapter and it only does take a few hours to reach 100% again. I would have liked slightly better battery life, but for now it works well enough and the battery was something I already knew will probably not be particularly good. The 42mm model may fare better if it has a slightly larger battery internally. One weird issue that I did run into was I left my watch paired to my iPhone overnight while they were both charging. When I woke up the next day, my phone wasn't fully charged. I generally now de-pair the phone and the watch when I'm not wearing the watch, which generally makes sense because why would I want my notifications to go to a watch that's sitting on my bedside table getting charged? As for the stainless steel, it looks fantastic, but it seems to be very easily scratched, much like the back of the old iPods. While my watch has fared fairly well so far, I have seen some that have started to look a little worse for wear. Hopefully it's something that doesn't look too bad over time. The only other thing that I have noticed with the Apple Watch is for some reason the Reminders app isn't on the watch itself. You can't view your reminders or remove them. Now, I'm not quite sure why Apple would have done this, but I sure hope that they eventually release a Reminders app for the watch in a later software update. Other than that, the Apple Watch is a great companion device for your iPhone, and if you're thinking of getting one, I would say go for it so long as you're happy with the few downsides I've mentioned and are willing to wait for the app support to come from developers. I'm sure the watch is only going to get better with time as developers start building apps specifically for the watch and they take advantage of all its capabilities. But that's my review of the Apple Watch. If you did enjoy this video, please click that like button and subscribe for more videos. You can find me on all the social medias as Wanted797. Links are in the description. Check out my last video of me unboxing the Apple Watch. But otherwise, until next time, thanks for watching. See ya.